YouTube, and welcome to this episode of the Gunman Raw. So today we have a Ford Ranger in here, and it's last thing on a Friday, and Gunny is on a mission. I'm on a mission from God. So yeah, we've got a brand new door here. I put some fresh seam sealer on the inside. This is a bit of wax and grease remover, also known as Prepsol. Colloquially, I don't think I've ever said that word before, and it turns out that I can't even say it. Well, it is Friday and it's like 3:30 as I walked in here, just coming up to 3:30, so I've got 1 hour to smash this job out. And yeah, I don't know, I just felt like throwing the video camera on. I got this new GoPro 8, yeah, GoPro Hero 8 Black to be precise, and I finally figured out the right video settings. I do apologize for the last vid there, Gunners. It was pretty average. It was flickering, but it was actually one of you guys in the comments that said fix your shutter speed. But yeah, let's get some wet on wet down on this door, and then we'll do a bit of masking.
I've actually been using this little air blower to do my tack ragging with lately. It's pretty cool. And it's what it was? It came with the one of the guns I got recently. Good little duster gun. So I've got some wet on wet or non-sanding primer in the gun over there. FLG fire beater. My favourite. One of my favourites anyway. That'd be right, mate. The guy I work with, he was on this side of the door. We'll fix it up on Monday, man. I got the guy to help me. I was on this side and we lifted it on. He's gone and put his finger in my fresh sealer. It's all good, mate. We'll fix it up on Monday. It's not the end of the world. Most people wouldn't have even got in and got this job right today, to be honest. I only started on this at 2 o'clock, so yeah.
I only started on this job at 2 in the arvo, and yeah, it's like 3:30 now. So an hour and a half for the prep work on this. Not too bad. Gunny's got beast mode activated, but you notice I just left the plastic over the car while we're getting the wet on wet down, and that gives me something to do while the wet on wet's flashing off. I've actually got a new gun, like the best gun I've ever had, I swear. This thing is so cool. Have a look at this. I don't usually reveal a new spray gun on the Raw channel, but I just felt like doing a vid here today, and that's the gun that I felt like using. So Gunman Edition GTI Pro. So it's not a Pro Light, it's a Pro. Now, if you're interested in one, I will leave a link in the description, but just be warned, there is only like 15 of them, so there really isn't that many. I think it's one of those, it feels like DeVilbiss just had 15 of them. I don't think they were specifically made for my edition. I reckon they must have just had them and then put the Gunman logo on it after, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's one of those things, spray guns direct are the only people that are going to have them. So they were the ones that actually did all the organizing of that. So because they're from the UK, Chris is my contact from Spray Guns Direct. He knows all the guys from DeVilbiss UK, which is where all the Pro Lights and the Pros are made. So yeah, he did all the organising of that. I actually don't personally know anyone from DeVilbiss in the UK where the best of the best guns are made. It's a funny thing because I originally, like, because you'd always buy a DeVilbiss and it'd say made in the UK. I always thought they must have been a UK based company originally, but I did a bit of research and it turns out that originally, I think it was like Dr. Thomas DeVilbiss or something like that. He's from, I think, Toledo, Ohio. Either way, I think it was Ohio, somewhere there in America. But for whatever reason, like the best DeVilbiss guns are coming out of the UK. It's a bit strange, really, like that an American company sort of let their manufacturing go to another country. But it is what it is. But to be honest, I think a lot of that has happened over the years. Bit of a pity to see what's happened in some parts of America, like, yeah, just lots of their jobs and warehouses and factories have shut down, and yeah. I know it's not a popular stance, but I actually like America. I like Americans. I've never been there, but I've always wanted to. I know it's popular to hate on the Yanks, but I got no hatred for them. Got no hatred for anyone in particular. To get good and bad all over the world, no matter where it's from. I'm sure there's no shortage of bad people there, but there's definitely no shortage of good people there too. Yeah, let us know what you guys think of the video quality, if you think it's a bit of a step up from previously. But even for me, like the battery life, it's much better. Little things like that. I'm glad I did do the upgrade in the end. Actually, I got my value. Definitely got my values for money out of the GoPro 4 though. Bit of paper down the bottom there. I think these things here, these are Ford Rangers, if you missed that, if I didn't say it at the start. I think these here actually start their life as a Mazda BT50. Because I'm actually spraying this in a Mazda color, but I'm sure most people know that Ford, and I think Ford owns, like, don't quote me on this, but like 30% of Mazda or something like that. So some models, they rebrand them for specific certain regions and all those kind of funny things. It's starting to warm up here in Perth, coming into our summer. It's more than halfway through spring, so more hot than it is cold, as I'm sure in the northern hemisphere you guys are coming into your colder weather. I wish you all the best up there for your winter, but for me, I'm not the biggest fan of winter, really. Like, whenever spring and summer starts coming around, my spirits and I get a lot happier and I always get this little boost in energy to make YouTube vids, so I'm sure you guys aren't complaining, the regulars at the very least. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these cars. Like, I can appreciate them for what they are. Like, they're a great rig, like, don't get me wrong, but just too big, man. I can't, it does my head in. Like, I wanted to reverse this in so I'm away from the door, like less stuff possibly coming in from the door, but oh man, to turn this car around out there, good luck. That's why I love my little Corolla for around the city, man. The only way I would ever buy one of these is if I probably lived in the country, or at the very least like used it to go four-wheel driving very often. I would not want to drive one of these to and from work every single day. One of the guys out there actually owns one. I think it's probably the same model and everything, but look at how long they are, man. They're ginormous. A very handy, like I can imagine that would be a really, really handy rig to have. Like, yeah, nice and big. I guess you could throw the family in the back and you got the tray on the back, but they're one hell of a big vehicle. I can imagine they would go through a lot of fuel carrying such a big body around. But yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm just here to paint it. You're not here for, for car reviews, are you? Yeah, good old Stando Blue, nice fast application. I did slow it down today because, as I say, it's starting to warm up. I checked the booth before, it's actually 32 degrees, so nice and warm. But with Stando Blue, especially on the silvers, if it gets too hot, you make an absolute mess out of it if you're not careful. So yeah, I mean, if today was like 35 plus, I would just get this ready for Monday morning. But part of the reason I'm spraying this, it's going to make Monday a bit easier because this job here is actually down to go on Monday. So yeah, I don't really like buffing and having guys work on even the assemblers, you know, or the panel beaters working on the cars, like putting a door together that's just been painted. That's definitely not ideal, you know. But it is what it is, mate. This morning I did a Mazda CX-8. It was actually big vehicle, but that was in what was that? Machine grey. I actually did that for the first time in Waterborne, and I got all video footage of it, so I'll probably do a YouTube vid on that. Keep an eye on that on the main channel. But yeah, like I'm full, like in a real good mood to make vids. Like every single night I go home and I'm sitting on the computer. I've got, as we speak at the moment, I think I've got like 6 ready to go. So what do? Like, I'll make videos and then schedule them. So I'll upload them, but then schedule them to publish one a week on the Friday. So if I do feel like having a break, then at least you guys still get a video every week. So yeah, so sometimes I get like way ahead, like 2 or 3 months, and then I can just, you know, relax and still have a vid each week. But yeah, like I don't know, just reinvigorated and just having a good time, like good fun behind the editor. And actually, I mentioned before, I got this new camera. I actually bought a new video editing software. It's, anyone who's interested, it's Movie Studio Platinum Suite, and it's pretty good. I think it's 150 Australian dollars for it, which I reckon is pretty affordable. I prefer that because it's like a once-off payment. You go to some of those things like, what was it again? Adobe, that's right, Adobe, I think it's Final Cut, or no, Final Cut's the Apple one, but either way, like the Adobe Premiere Pro or whatever that is, they want like a monthly subscription. I hear it's a really good one, but it's sort of a monthly monthly. I don't know. I just like paying for something once and then I own it outright, rather than, you know, as I say, sometimes I go for a few months without doing video editing. It's a bit rough to have to pay for something that you're not even using, you know. So we're gonna have to put a little bit of fine line tape up here. That's a door tape. That's not painted, so I have to mask it up. You have to laugh sometimes, get these people in the comment section, oh man, you're a hack, you gotta do, oh, you should have painted the whole side. Oh man, a 5-year-old could see the difference in that color. It's like, man, I'm an everyday painter on everyday cars, mate. I'm an everyday guy doing everyday paint jobs on everyday cars. You don't like it? What are you gonna do, man? All right, so bit of fine line up here. I'm going to give it an extra bit of a blow off, because when you spray that water cleaner on, I can see it here. It's sort of a bit left behind. So my favorite new little blower. This has been great to do the blowing off with and the tack ragging with. Get that respirator back on, take a few photos for the insurance company, just as proof that we've done what we said we're going to do. That's all that's for. I think they all do self-assessing now. They don't even have assessors coming out anymore.
Okay, so let's continue on. I don't need the gloves. I forgot to put them on before, it's all good. Yeah, like, it's a nice sort of concentrated beam. Yeah. Radio, let's do this! Yahoo! Base coat blender first up. What a gun, mate! A W400! I love all my spray guns, man. They're just brilliant tools. Let's go 20 PSI. Looking good. Little bit of colour up here just so it meets up with the front door. So I threw the TE20 air cap on this just then. I actually got this gun with the TE10 and I've been enjoying using the TE10. I think I'm going to throw the T110 and I'm going to throw it back on for clear coat. I've been enjoying using the T110. It does get really nice flat clear coat. So now put that burst coat on wet and then hold it back and slow down. That repair actually came up pretty well, to be honest. Alright, that's that. Now we do the door. I've got to use the same pressure as what I used there, so we don't get any colour difference. Sometimes what I do, if it's drying too quick, is go bottom to top, top to bottom. But I'll show you what I mean. So start at the bottom, work your way to the top, do your edges, and then go from the top back to the bottom, because it's usually the top bits that dry first. Get the edges done, as I say. See, it's starting to dry up the top there. So what you can do is, if it starts drying, is just wet it back up before you put that drop coat on, which is what I'm doing here. Just holding the gun back. It's starting to get a funny reaction there. I just had to smash it on to get rid of it, man. Not ideal, but yeah, it's a good thing I did use the slow thinner in this. So yeah, I found just one coat is enough on the inside. That should be just fine. Yeah, that bit looks like it's sort of settling down a bit. Should be fine, man. Yeah, I know what that was. You get these funny little reactions sometimes with this water, like, you know, I'm not blaming my workmate, but the same guy that did this, I reckon it would have been, when he was holding the door, I reckon he must have got his fingers out here, and he's been out there buffing, and I did call him in to help, so I'm not complaining, man. Like, he helped me at the end of the day. I asked for his help, but I reckon all it takes sometimes is like a little bit of compound on his finger or whatever it is, and it's just weird, like, because that would never happen with solvent, because it's like it's come through the wet on wet. Like, it doesn't even make any sense to me. Like, I don't know how the wet on wet primer, or the sealer as you guys would call it in the States, how the sealer can go down looking good, and then as soon as you put your water down, there's like the reaction that's actually come through. But it's all good, man. I'm gonna sit here and blow dry this for a couple of minutes.
And I'll probably turn the camera off because it's probably going to get as boring as watching paint dry, literally. So I'll be back in here when we're ready to clear.
Rightio gunners, let's continue on. This is the last stretch, man. I've got about 10 minutes and I'm out of here. The weekend has landed. So as I said before, we're going to go T110. T110 haircut. Killer, mate. Killer. Woohoo! Yeah, that's dry. Rightio, I'm going to give that probably 3 minutes and then I'll smash another one down. I just thought I'd give you guys a good look at this spray gun in between coats. So as I say, hopefully you can hear me, but as I say, there will be a link in the description if you do want one of these guns. There's my freshly refurbished gauge. There's actually a video on that coming up on my main channel. So yeah, I've got the T110. I love it, man. I love it. It's my new favourite gun. Anyway, let's continue on there, guys. I'm out of here in, I just checked the time, 5 minutes, mate. I'm out of there. Quickly go out, clean the gun out, and that's me. Might turn that pressure down a bit. Probably a bit much for the inside. Yeah, I've still been loving the Sando Blue. It's got its strong points and its weak points, but I'm pretty much, yeah, I don't know, really happy with how I'm able to use it now. I've figured out pretty much all the quirks to it. Hey, you're always going to figure out a few more things, but T110 1.3, a bit under 2 bar, as you can see there. Full fan, full fluid, and just smashing it on, baby. I do like still love the control that you get out of the Pro Light. Might not be the fastest gun, but I get what I want where I want. I don't get runs very often. I don't chew through loads and loads of paint. If you want to save time, mate, save time in your prep work. Well, that's the way I've always seen it anyway. Speed up your prep, slow down when you're painting, get the nice finish. It's all good. Anyway, we're about to come to an end, mate. I'm going to put this coat of clear on and run. Won't be having too long of a look. I'll give you a quick look over the job and I'm out of there, mate. The weekend is just about here. That's nice clean finish. It's got that Mazda appeal to it. It looks killer. Actually looks really good. So there we are. Nice flat finish. Nice tight peel. Nice and clean too, actually. Well, hope you guys have a great weekend. And until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out. Woohoo!
I'd like to say a big thanks to everyone for watching, and if you'd like to support the channel further, you're more than welcome to go over and check out some of the merchandise we've got. My personal favourite is those spray suits, so they're a good quality Colad branded spray suit with a Gunman logo on it. There's also hats, drink coolers, hoodies and t-shirts, so be sure to go over and check out the link in the description if you are interested. All that aside, I'd just like to say a big thanks for watching, and that is enough to support the channel. But as I say, if you'd like to go the next step, then be sure to check out some of that merchandise. Thanks for watching, and until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.